Hello, 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 and happy Mother's Day once again. I wanted to just tap into the energies and to get, the update because I know you're waiting for that phone call. You're waiting for that communication to come through. Sorry, it's been pretty hot. I'm like, I am glowy, but I think I'm a little bit over glowy. But hey, it's not about me and how I look. It's about the message I'm about to deliver. And I have recorded, like you see, I have a lot of cards here, a lot of cards, and the message is pretty extensive. And the message is really interesting. As I was like, I usually don't use this Kali Oracle, but I was like, no, today you need to talk about it. Today you need to talk about it. So, and especially, starting this reading with Kamal Ali, starts with this, ends with this. So today we're celebrating the divine feminine, the mother archetype, okay? But if you're not a mother in this 3D realm, it doesn't mean that you don't carry that energy, because let's not forget that the feminine energy is the beginning. So today we are celebrating that divine feminine that needs to be uplifted, that needs to be returned to her dignity for who she is, because she is the giver of love, light, love, and life. Okay? You carry that frequency within you, and maybe you don't have kids in the physical realm, but you have kids in your spiritual realm. And you are giving birth to the ideas that are also your kids. There's gonna be a lot of channeled messages. I already feel the heat. I needed a moment to tune into the energy, because at first when I saw all these cards, at first I did just the first pulp tarot, and I was asking about this guy and your love life, and yes, I do have a lovers here, but it was it doesn't make any sense to me. And sometimes it's my beautiful collective wants to know about this masculine, and but the spirit has a different plan for you. Yes, it is going to be still a reading about the masculine, because as you can see, even in this divine Kali Oracle, Kali is a dark feminine archetype. You can Google about it. It's all about having light and dark, feminine and balance. That's one of the things that I will be touch pointing in the Awakened Empress within, and also I will be talking a little bit more about it in the community that you can join, because we carry both qualities, dark and light. Like my friends, I want to be a bitch. Well, that bitch part where we're taught a lot of the times to be good girls or be just the bitches. It's about finding that balance. But here in this particular reading, it's about balance between your divine feminine and divine masculine. And for you, connecting with your divine counterpart, it's to bring to balance the energies of the divine feminine and the divine masculine. So therefore, your masculine needs to go through certain tests, trials, tribulations. He needs to step up. And also, one more thing that comes to me now, as I'm really channeling, it's really hot, but I don't want to put another fan here because it's going to be too loud. Yes, maybe it would be simpler to just give you the masculine that's already shaped and forged, but this is not your masculine needed to go through hell and back and betrayal, first of all, to match your energy and your mission, to be the partner, to be a provider of the space, and to create a container for the gifts you're about to bring to this earth. You have an important mission, and one of those missions is to be in the relationship, is to be with your divine counterpart, is to create a relationship, create love that balances divine feminine with the divine masculine. And it's not about the genders, man. You identify however you wish. I'm using certain language because it's easier for me, but whenever I talk about spirit, angels, you choose what to put there. It's all about the energy. Okay, so it starts this reading with this one. So you are being offered a spiritual gift from a divine mother. Your path need to be one of endless exertion, connecting with pleasure as a path of personal empowerment. You see the lessons through the pleasure now, not pain anymore. And I have a confirmation in the cards. I'll show you. Of personal empowerment, intending to bring spiritual benefit to the collective through the softening and opening of your heart, is an act of worshiping the divine feminine. Let yourself receive her loving gifts. And the funny part is that just to add you that before I started, I was like, okay, I'll do the reading now. I had this song in my head, I celebrate me, and obviously I do have a 3 of Cups in this Sufi tarot. When you see those 3 divine feminines dancing, celebrating, it's about celebrating femininity, celebrating you as a divine feminine. And that is why it's my second time talking about the sisterhood. That is why I've created that community. It's all about celebrating feminine, being supportive to one another. If you don't have a tribe near you, you can join the community, and that is just being built. It's just a fresh start. But now I finally know how to move forward and how to serve you. I know how important it is, because sometimes I'm like, there's so many other things on the internet, blah, 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 all of my imposter syndrome things, but then I was like, no. Seeing this reading and how this divine feminine energy is important, and the match, why it is so important for you to have your heart open. It's gonna come because I'm gonna be reading. I have 2 tarot decks, and I have the Kali Oracle. This is a very, very important message. I think I'm even gonna link it in a YouTube, and I'm gonna really make it visible, because this message is strong. It's gonna be also a longer read. Okay, and it finishes with this masculine energy balance, and it's Artha of Kali. You are forging your authentic path. In support of that, you shall attract great blessings that will benefit all beings. To live a spiritually and creatively self-directed life takes incredible strength and trust in yourself. Once again, to live a spiritually and creative self-directed life takes incredible strength and trust in yourself. Remember that the promise of your sacred success is being fulfilled through every challenge and every blessing. Trust in what you were born to accomplish. That's why you're so important and valuable. Because this reading starts with the 6 of Pentacles and 10 of Swords in reverse. So the Spirit is showing you, yes, I see you. I see how much you needed to overcome. I see all the pain, all the betrayals you needed to go through. I see that. But you know what? It's over now. Now we're stepping into the era of equally give and receive. You will give, you will receive. And again, with this receiving hand, it's a left hand, you're learning to receive just because you are. Big quality of a divine feminine. Big quality of a divine feminine, girls, women. I like being called girl, even though I'm my piece. So this is a very important reading, very important. So I see you. I see all the pain you needed to go through. Okay, what do we have next? Then it was interesting that I got this Hierophant in reverse and the 7 of Pentacles in reverse. And I was like, okay, interesting, right? And then I had here the 7 of Staff in reverse, 7 of Cups in reverse, and the 3 of Cups. Check 773 angel number, check it out, and the 9 of Swords. So yeah, so you might be having a sleepless night and you are a little bit stuck in your head and you are creating this this imbalance, you know, like this worry. Like, stop worrying. This is not the energy you should be sitting in. This creates, and then listen to this goddess is Bhuvaneswari. Bhuvaneswari. I don't know, I'm sorry if I'm butchering it. I deeply apologize, but listen to this. She is the rising sun, marking the ending of darkness and the replenishment of life force after illness or devastation. She creates a clean slate and a fresh start. She protects and preserves that which is worthy of her heart. She shines in a perpetual state of divine beauty and radiance, attracting to us the most supportive and honoring circumstances. Okay. You are that rising sun, and you are being told to, maybe you feel unstable at the moment. You are probably in a transition period when you don't feel stability with the 7 of Pentacles in reverse, with this Hierophant in reverse. It's because you are now crushing through, breaking the stable, like, illusionary, right? Something that, like, not the stable offer, like the framework, like breaking through what was told that this is the way you should live, make money, you know, like the standard reality, the standard. You are breaking through those patterns which you've been taught. Maybe you're changing a job, like maybe you just quit a stable 9-to-5 job with income to do something on your own, to pursue your endeavors. This is what I mean by breaking through. Maybe you decided to divorce your husband even though you know you're not gonna be financially secured in that move. So it feels a little bit, it causes you a little bit of an anxiety, a little bit of a sleepless night, and it pushes you out from this energy of 7 of Staffs would be like Zen. So the Spirit is telling you, you've made the right choice. Celebrate your divine feminine, because you are the rising sun. You are creating with this move a fresh start for yourself. Celebrate your divine feminine, and you made a choice. It's gonna bring you the fruits of your labor. And they're saying you with this 9 of Swords, they're saying like, this is just in your head. You can take control over. With the 7, I turned it around, because if you're gonna go inwards, if you're gonna meditate, but they're talking through the happiness. It's another theme that was already, like, this whole deck begins, this whole reading begins with connecting with a pleasure as a path of personal spiritual empowerment, intending to bring the benefit to the collective through the softening and opening your heart. Softening by feminine energy, softening, stepping more into your feminine, celebrating your feminine. This is what we do in the community, by the way. That's what's gonna help you, because it's not, as you know, it's always the darkest before the dawn. Okay, then we're finally getting to the topic that most of us, we have the Lovers, we have the 3 of Wands, but we have a Lovers with the Justice, you see? So it is your justice. This is how the scales should be balanced with, and then I have a King of Swords and I have a 3 of Wands. So what is fair for you is to have in your life a trustworthy masculine that takes an action towards you, that doesn't think, that chooses you, because the Lover's card is also a choice. He makes a conscious choice every day to come truthfully with open heart. There's a small butterfly here, the masculine who went through a transformation, who knows what you deserve, who knows how to love you, your divine counterpart who chooses you every day and makes moves, takes an action. It's like, I wake up every day, see how he's giving you the sword? He's like, I'm choosing you every single day from now on, and this is what is fair for you, and this is what is coming for you, and this masculine, this kind of love is something that you deserve. And with this transformation card, with this transformation butterfly, it can be either the masculine you're thinking about and kind of went silent, he's going through a transformation and he's stepping up, either the new energy that's going to come to your life. But this masculine needs to match you, to create this divine counterpart relationship with you. He needs to match your energy. He needs to be on the same level. He needs to be healed enough and developed enough to be in the mindset of choosing you every single day and making those consistent actions towards you. And that's only what's fair for you. And the spirit, if spirit is putting something on hold, if spirit is putting distance between you guys, it's for the highest purpose of you, because it's about the justice, it's about what you deserve. Let's not forget that you have your lesson to be learned to receive, but it's also with the Six of Pentacles. Look, there's an equal give and receive, okay? So this masculine will be in your life if he's gonna be on the same level as you, and he's gonna be, yeah. And then look, and then I had those two goddesses. One is Kali Mahamaya and the other one is Bhadra Kali. I will read it to you because it is strong. When a situation becomes unnecessarily complicated or confusing to your heart, Kali arises spontaneously as a protective bearer of universal truth. Ultimately, her revelations shall lead you beyond that which is deceptive or not right for you. This you are promised. She protects you from that which is unworthy of your heart and seeks to constrain your spirit. And this is again like a filling into this King of Swords. You know, you are protected, so the divine spiritual realm is gonna allow to come towards, like, you, the truth is gonna be revealed about every single masculine that is approaching you, and the more magnetic you become, the more masculine is gonna be circling around your energy. But the divine is also trying to give you here with the divine, especially the divine feminines of the spiritual realm, they're trying to remind you that this is a divine protection. Something that might be painful and might be hurtful at the moment, it's actually to show you that somebody was divine masculine that is worthy of your heart shall be introduced to you as such, okay? So that's the one goddess. And the second goddess is that you don't need to try to grapple and conquer. Sometimes the need is simply to let go. They're asking you to trust. They're asking you to trust your inner feelings, to trust your inner guidance, to trust the spiritual realm, to trust that you are being guided and protected. And sometimes it's just about letting go and letting it be. And the situation's gonna be unfolding as you observe. I know, especially with my wonderful women who are here, like go-getters, high achievers, businesswomen. There's like, yeah, I want to take an action. Well, they say here, you know, just because another has created a certain reality for themselves and is attempting to draw you in, it does not mean that you must participate. You have the divinely granted gift of choosing where to invest your energy. Be kind to yourself. Be kind, celebrate. Okay, then Then we have that masculine, we have this King of Pentacles in reverse. So somebody who's not stable, who doesn't come forward at this particular time with the offer of commitment, who isn't emotionally regulated, this guy who is hot and cold, this guy who's avoidant, definitely. He comes very interestingly so with the Ace of Pentacles. And I was like, that was kind of a mindfuck for me. And then I was like, okay, I need more intel on it. So he is actually going through a tower moment. He's going through a big KO. Look, and then I have also this Kundalini Shakti. So I have here the divine feminine and masculine. There is, as I said, this is like a confirmation for you. Somebody needs to hear this, that this relationship, this connection was very real and is very real, and it definitely had the potential to grow into something. But he is going through a tower and a transformation. Also, the fact that you are an angel, you are an earth angel, obviously there's also temperance, patience, but you are the one who showed that emotions and feelings are safe all over again, something that that person hasn't experienced in their life for a long time. And listen to this one. Significant inner shifts are taking place. Energies are beginning to move in new ways. You may feel that resolution is hard to pin down at this time, right? The resolution, which is like, see, resolution is hard because we have King of Pentacles in reveal, Ace of Pentacles, and the Tower. Lean into unfamiliar territory with boldness tempered by patience. You will become capable of many things on many levels that you were not capable of accomplishing previously. So you shall arise a fresh path. So it's not decided. It's at this particular moment. All outcomes are possible, although Hugo doesn't like this idea about this masculine because he started barking like crazy. Anyways, he doesn't like that energy, and the other dogs don't like his energy neither. However, at this particular moment, or all outcomes are possible. It's possible that he's gonna go through a transformation and that he's gonna be your divine counterpart. Maybe, but in the same time, he might go through a transformation and it might not be him, because remember, you deserve a masculine that shows up for you consistently every day, chooses you, chooses the truth, chooses to communicate, okay? Chooses to communicate, because I don't think this guy communicates with you at all. I think it's like it's a joke. He is dropping the burdens, but it's also about you. Like, drop the burdens about overthinking and ruminating about this masculine. The spiritual world, the spirit, is reassuring you that yes, definitely you will have that love, but it needs to be with the right person. And sometimes, as it was said, it's better to let go. And the goddesses are observing the situation, and sometimes you are being protected, okay? They are being removed and the truth is being revealed. You need somebody who also is a good communicator, who chooses you every day, who takes an action, who doesn't leave you hanging, wondering whatever. And why? Because this is what you should be focusing on. For you, your energy is very, very precious. You are the star, and now your gifts are being put into work. It is needed, it is desired, it is something that is wanted. And again, because you are forging your authentic path in the support, you shall attract great blessings. To live a spiritually and a creatively self-directed life takes incredible strength and trust in yourself. Remember that the promise of your sacred success is being fulfilled through every challenge and every blessing. Trust in what you were born to accomplish. trust in that and focus on that. You have a star quality or a star seed, you can read it this way. But even if you're not very spiritual, if you're not doing anything in the spiritual world, there is a very important mission that you're working on. And they say keep on working, because it leads you to public recognition, to the gifts of your labor, to many, many blessings that are going to be sent your way. Okay? Including a masculine with the offer of commitment, marriage, building together, the kind of masculine that is grounded, because the pentacle energy is a grounding energy, is the energy to ground your divine feminine. But remember the advice to celebrate your femininity. And especially today, thank you, goddesses, for coming forward. I do have, then when I was sitting, all of these cards, I haven't looked at those. I'm going to record a second part because there's somebody who really wants to be listened to. I think it's that Son of Coins. So that's going to be in the second part of this reading. I'm going to close this part here because it already has 27 minutes. And I don't know how to put snippets of it on YouTube and in shorts, but I will try to do my best. It's like a lot of energies here, a lot of support. Have trust, don't refrain, don't hold yourself back, keep on going, you've got it. And just to remind you about the celebrating the divine feminine, there is a link in the bio, in the description below, to join the community. We are creating it to celebrate together, to be supportive, to nourish the divine feminine in the practical little ways, but also spiritual ways. I invite you to join the tribe. And also if you want to book a private reading, because this is a reading for larger collective, I'll be happy to you have the link also below. And what else? Oh, and I would like to also thank you very, very much for all the tips in my tip jar, for buying me a coffee. Coffee's on you. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I really appreciate it. Never expected, always appreciate it. Thank you so much for being here and creating this community. Take care. Love you.